listening to Sudbury News Talk.
I want to show you something.
Stand by. On the morning shift.
Anything
could happen.
Sudbury News Talk on the morning shift.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Sudbury News Talk on the morning shift. I'm AJ Walsh. Glad to be here with you. Glad to be here with you. And I'm glad that you're here with us. We're live at CKLU 96.7 FM. We're also streaming at cklu.ca. You can just click on the Radio Player Canada app and stream us. You can also download it, the Radio Player Canada app, that is, and take us with you and listen to us anywhere, anytime on your favorite device. You can also catch us live, video streaming at facebook.com/SudburyNews. youtube.com/SudburyNews. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, follow the pages and the channels. We're also on Twitter, or formerly Twitter, X, and Instagram, and all those things. Look for us everywhere. Make sure to like and follow those pages and channels. We really appreciate that. Mainly comment. Right now, we're only streaming on the two platforms, Facebook and YouTube, and you can comment on both of those. This is your conversation on your station. It is Sudbury News Talk each and every weekday morning between 7:30 and 8:30 a.m. And with that, more than likely, we won't be having a show on Monday, as I will be having to visit the dentist early in the morning. And so I will not be here on Monday. So I will hopefully announce that again towards the middle, or the as the show's going on. So anyone else who didn't catch that, I'll also, that way you'll know there's no show on Monday, but I'll also post it on Monday as well, just to remind everyone. Okay, so let's dive right in. We got a Nick Gervais standing by to come on the show today. Always a great conversation with her. We'll have local weather, a little bit of update on the Wolves, and they're in action tonight in Sudbury, and then again on Sunday. We'll talk a little bit about that. Then we have local headlines, and we'll do a little bit of a deep dive today into a little bit of the state our country is in, and in the theme of Remembrance Day, looking a little bit maybe at our military and what's been going on there. And is it a sign of the way the country's been going in general, and is it incompetence, or is it on purpose, the state that it's in? So spoiler alert, it's not in that great a shape. But we'll talk about that if we get a chance with Nick Gervais, your comments, and much more right after the weather. Stay tuned. And Sudbury Weather brought to you by SudburyWeather.ca. As usual, currently it's 6 degrees. However, it is warm. It was about 9 degrees overnight. Windy as heck. Like I thought the roof was going to blow off of our place last night. It was so windy. There is light rain, a little heavier at times in certain places. But anyways, today you can expect rain showers ending this morning, and then cloudy with a 40% chance, yes, of flurries, the F word. Winds will be up to 50 late this afternoon. Temperature to +1 this afternoon. But there's a chance that it could turn into snow. Tonight, a few clouds. Moderate winds tonight, not like last night. A low of -7. Wind chill will feel like -12 overnight. So getting a lot cooler. It'll be very cold overnight going into tomorrow morning. So Saturday will becoming cloudy in the morning. 60% chance of flurries or rain in the afternoon. And then with the wind chill, it'll be -12 in the morning. And the high will only be +3 for the day tomorrow on Saturday. And then Sunday, 30% chance of flurries, high of -2. And Monday, mix of sun and cloud, high of -1. Chance of snow or rain, 60% chance on Tuesday, high of +4. Periods of snow or rain on Wednesday, high of +3. Chances of flurries on Thursday, 60% chance, high of -6. So we are getting colder here. It's just kind of a bit hesitant, but it's getting colder. Winter is coming. And as you can see, there's a chance of flurries almost every single day for the 6-day forecast. This is what it looked at like on the satellite at about 1:30 a.m. You can see that front there as going on a diagonal over northern Ontario. That was that wind that was bringing in that new front, that weather front from the northwest. And that's your Sudbury weather, brought to you by SudburyWeather.ca. We'll be back with a sports update, Nick Gervais, your comments, and much more right after this. Okay, so the Sudbury Wolves will be in action tonight at the Sudbury Arena. And I brought a Nick in already. I just have to unmute her mic on this side. But they'll be in action tonight against the Peterborough Petes. They won the championship in the OHL last year. They wiped out the Wolves in the first round 4 games in a row and went on to win and then go to the Memorial Cup. They did not win the Memorial Cup, but they won the championship right here in Ontario in the OHL. And they'll be in town tonight for a rematch of this series, the first round series they had. The last time we faced them was when they totally blanked us 4-0 in the playoffs. And so tonight, Sudbury Wolves, 7:00, be there. Family-friendly entertainment for cheap.
It's always a good time. It's
Yeah.
always a good time. So definitely people should go check it out. I won't be there. My church is having a fundraiser, so I will be at the fundraiser.
Tacos and entertainment.
Yes. And we're supporting the youth, and we're going to be serving some tacos.
Tacos and some live entertainment.
Yeah, it's
can't go wrong with that. What's it called again? Tacos and Talent?
Yeah, Tacos and Talent fundraiser.
Awesome. But yes, Sudbury, there you go. Hang on, I'll put that on the big screen so if anyone wanted to actually go to that tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, so it says Tacos and Talent fundraiser, November 17th, which is today, 6 to 9. Doors open at 5:30. And when will the tacos be available? At about 6?
At 6. The food sets from 6 to 7.
And what's the cost?
It's just a donation.
Like a cash donation?
Yep.
Will you be
we have a square reader, and it's going to be at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints on Cambrian Heights on Notre Dame, where you see that McDonald's. You take a right or a left, depends.
So the opposite of McDonald's.
Yeah,
Instead of turning into McDonald's, you turn in the other way and go around and then look for the only church, I guess, that's on that street up on your left. And it's in the gym. It's not hard to find. You just walk in the doors. You say, I'm here for some tacos and talent.
Yeah.
And someone will guide you where to go. And cash donation. And you are accepting, I guess, debit and credit as well with the Square.
Yep.
So that's awesome. And it goes to a good cause. We need our young people to be active these days and doing things, other than being on video games or.
Also, our church does a lot of things with the youth, but a lot of youth aren't members. So you don't get funds if they're not a member. So there's always lingering other kids that want to join in, but there's no funds for them. So we're trying to raise some money for them.
Exactly.
To be able to participate. And they play basketball at the gym every Wednesday night. Like, it's mostly not members that go to the gym.
Yeah, it's really cool. A community center. I don't think a lot of people are aware of that building and that particular church is basically offering that as a community center, and they have a lot of community activities open for all. And it's you go there, it's not churchy at all. It's just you can play basketball. You don't have to feel, you have to do anything religious.
Preach Jesus on you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really, I know a lot of people when they realize what it is, they go, this is amazing. This is the way things should be.
Yeah.
And it's true.
It's true.
Yep. So let's see. We got a few people jumping on this morning. More people. We got YouTube here. Denise is joining us from YouTube. Good morning from Espanola. And Judy, first to the party on Facebook, as usual. Good morning. And Victoria, good morning, everyone. It's Friday. That's right.
True.
It should be an exciting thing to be Friday. Jerome,
I
good
was
morning from Manitoulin. Jerome is our Northern Ontario and Ontario traveler. Joins us from all over the place. He's
cool.
on Manitoulin today. And we have more than one Denise. So Denise, the other Denise, good morning, everyone. Belinda, here's the saying of the day. Good morning. Stop shrinking to fit places you've outgrown. You were created to explore and find your chosen path.
Oh yeah, love it.
Awesome, eh?
Yep.
It's true. Sometimes when we feel uncomfortable in a place, we're like, I'm not really wanted. I don't feel wanted. I don't feel like I'm,
It's a sign. Get out of there.
yeah, maybe you need to switch gears and grow
Yeah.
somewhere else. Go where you're needed kind of thing and grow where
Yeah.
you're needed. Like Tragically Hip said in their song, it's a good life if you don't weaken. Amazing song. Changed my life, actually, literally. So this is Danica. Good morning. Happy Friday. Heart emoji. Feeling the love today. Linda also says, plastic is back. The federal court struck down Trudeau's with the single plastic use law. Wow, thanks for that announcement and update.
Yeah.
I think that's a victory. Not for the one turtle that got the picture of the straw through the nose that totally changed everyone's perception of that. But I don't know that those darn wooden or those cardboard
Yeah.
straws. I don't trust those things. I don't know what chemicals are getting absorbed.
Well, they're
through
using
the
glue. You know
paper.
what? They have to be
You know?
using glue to
Crazy.
put it together.
Man, it's always
Actually.
like that. Pendulum swings too fast. No one thinks anything through. And here it's more harmful. The solution is usually more harmful than the problem was in the
Well,
first
lately,
place.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyways, not well thought out stuff. So I'm glad the courts did that. I mean, sure, we should be making a way away from plastic, but hey, let's think this thing out. Let's do it right. Let's not make any.
Speaking
Yeah.
of plastic,
Yeah.
I sell Scentsy and we don't have any plastic bags. All of a sudden, these plastic bags are removed from our site that I can't purchase for like a good price. Like I think it's $2 and I got 10 of them or 25 of them. And then I just there was just a post like, hey guys, these bags finally got approved by your Canada's government. And I'm like, oh, you're not allowed to be selling us bags. Like they needed a plastic bag to be approved.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh. I said, I love how I literally wrote something like, I love that we're saving the planet, but starving the children.
That's what I mean. If you really look at what's going on with a broader view, a lot of these policies and regulations and laws that are trying to get put into place totally cause way more problems than they solve
We
in
shouldn't
the
be
first place.
focusing on the planet when your children are dying and
No,
starving.
But people got to
'Cause
go for the
That's
planet.
an epidemic.
No, there's too many
Starvation.
people. Too many people on this planet, Annette.
Yeah, that's a lie. That's
can't
not a
support.
thing.
It can't support. There's not enough land to grow, enough
Oh my
food to
gosh.
support everybody.
Mm.
No, too many people, and it's bad for the planet. So you got to get rid of the people, and then
Well,
the planet can
when the
survive.
government just buys all the farmland and then weather manipulation kills all the farmland, but we have not enough food. And then we have, I don't know, in Canada, I don't know, have you noticed there's lots of land? In China too, guys, there's lots of land. I've been there.
Really?
And a train to go to the Wall of China. It's just forest.
No, but there's
Tons of it.
that was just recently. It's the second most populated country in the world, but forever it was the largest population on the planet. But they have lots of land there. You wouldn't think
Tons.
so. With
Tons. I
over
know.
1 billion people.
I know. They still have tons.
Really?
Like for an hour worth of just forest, I didn't see one house.
Yeah, but drive from here to Timmins, and
Oh, tons. It's
do you see any
so
land
overly
there?
populated.
Hardly any room to grow any
Like
food.
it's a
for
choice to live in the city.
Yeah. I guess it's easy if you hear that news and you live in the city and you look around you and you go, yeah, I can see that. There's no place to grow
It's
anything.
Yeah, but just get out of the city and you're like, oh my gosh.
Wait, it takes 4 hours to drive from here to a big city like Toronto. It's like, what's in between that? Tons of
Not
land.
much.
4 hours
Yeah.
of driving, Marianne says, good morning, everyone. From Barrie, liked and shared. Awesome. Thanks, Marianne. Much appreciated. And Liette, good morning. Denise says they just opened plastic plant in North Bay, I thought. Yeah, it's true. Mike Perrant, good morning. Good Friday morning. Friends. Good morning, Mike. Hope you're having a great morning. Vin, morning. Jerome, let's see. What could Environment Canada could tell us about geoengineering happening in our skies, or what's called climate engineering?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's asking Mike or Natalie, who are on the show quite a bit, and Mike is on this morning. You know, one time yesterday, it was supposed to be sunny, right? And then I got out and I'm driving to drop off my car for an appointment, and just chemtrails galore in the sky, like you would not believe.
Chemtrails? What are chemtrails?
And I say, how does any human being just not notice the lines
People
all
don't
over
look
your
up.
head? Just look up. There's lines everywhere. Okay, no, those are clouds. No,
They're not.
they're not clouds. Where do you come from? So where are these lines coming from?
I know.
Who gave the go ahead for those? Like, why are they there? What are they doing over my head? And then you see, if you really pay attention, those lines then just start expanding, and then it becomes overcast. And then you can also see
Yep.
a little bit of, wisps, and you can see it's falling to the ground. Something's falling from those trails that are in the sky. And what's that's falling? You know, when it's rainy and you can see up ahead, you see the clouds,
Yep.
but you can kind of see the rain. It's kind of almost like a bit of the clouds are falling down. That's the way they look.
That's
And
the chemicals.
that's that. So anyways, that's what Jerome is asking. So if there's anybody who knows about geoengineering, Bill Gates just came out and said, yeah, we've been doing it. You know, we've got to make the planet cooler because of global warming. You know?
Yeah, let's
So-
play God. Let's see how that's going to roll out, guys.
That's
I
what
don't
they've
know
been doing.
how many volcanoes are erupting right now. I think it's 45 around the world.
Yeah.
How many earthquakes Iceland had in one day was something like 5,000. Like that's never, ever, ever happened, I believe. It's just crazy. These tsunamis that are happening, these floods that are happening. Yeah. Keep geoengineering our weather and our planet and see, there's.
Yeah, I know.
I kind of woke up on the wrong side of the bed today, Aaron. I'm just
Did you?
Annoyed today. Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
annoyed. Just
Well,
angry.
We'll both be on the same side this morning then, possibly.
Yeah, I'll just take a little moment there.
I feel a little crusty every day. Like I'm a crusty old man just complaining about everything.
Well, it's so easy. Maybe we need to change the show.
Just talk about positive. I've been sharing pictures now on Sudbury News, like really beautiful pictures that people have taken. And I just think, wow, that'd be great if that's all I did was just share beautiful pictures of the landscape and talk about all the great things that are around us rather than, holy cow. It's like there's climate alarmists out there, but all the policies and regulations that are coming through, I'm a government alarmist. It's like, what the crap?
I know.
These things that are being made laws, and this woke kind of progressive change everything, just destroy our history in one shot and just make this new brave new world kind of thing. Good morning, Claire. Thanks for being with us. Yeah, so I'm just just crazy. But
it is crazy.
Yeah, we live in an interesting world and an interesting time. I drove by on Garson where you told me the sign was up
Yeah.
for the coming soon, the speed cameras there, photo radar.
Yeah.
So I got out and I took a picture of it, and I'll share it at some point. I want to try to get, and if Mike is able to, if you can email us, Mike, or let us know when these are going to start. I'd like to announce them. Sure, we put up signs 90 days ahead, but we don't know. Like, I don't know how long that sign's been up for. I don't know when the 90 days is over and it's going to start. I think people should be aware when these speed traps are going to come into effect. I just think they should. And if
why
do
be
that,
so secretive about it?
Well, I don't think it's so secretive. I think they're saying we're not secretive by putting up the sign 90 days before.
Okay.
However,
Right.
okay, that's good. Thank you. However, I would like to know the projected date, the actual date that each of these places are, you know, slated to start, because I just think
Yeah,
that's fair. And
that's
speaking of
fair.
being crotchety or crusty or whatever, I just think it's been, I shared on the show before you came on yesterday an old clip of Zach and I talking about the pilot
Yeah,
project when they were talking about all this stuff. And it was only a year ago they
yeah,
started the pilot. And they had one neighborhood in Moonglow that they brought the speed down to 40.
yeah.
And at less than a year later or a year later, they have it in every ward. And they have at the lights, they have the cameras that automatically send you a ticket, and now they're having the photo radar for speeding. That's a quick change in a year,
That's a
um,
quick change.
you know, and
Like, why
wow,
can't they fix our roads that quick?
that's what I mean. Why can't they build a bridge over a creek that quick? I don't know. Like, it's like, wow, that it takes over a year to build a little bridge over a creek,
Yeah,
with all the regulations. But hey, you want to make cameras to give people tickets automatically. That's quick. That didn't take very long. And then we saw that the hikes, they're going to be increasing property taxes. So I'm wondering, with all the revenue they're going to be making from the speed traps and the lights,
and
the,
like
the
the weed
cameras at the
stores,
lights.
like let's not forget that wasn't that long ago. We're supposed to see a ton of money. We didn't see any of that. Like we're
No.
not seeing any benefits. I'm not seeing any benefits of having those weed stores legal.
And
But
again,
I'm
that's
seeing a lot more people smoking weed. Lots of
yeah.
more children, lots of teenagers, lots of, like what's the long-term damages of that?
And that's a federal thing. Like, again, when we're complaining, which we like doing,
True.
especially this morning, about these things, there's federal things. That's a federal thing. They come out.
Yeah.
Politicians tell you it's for something. Justin Trudeau, with his Sunny Ways, said the Sunny Ways is going to bring everybody smoking pot legally, and now he wants to legalize crack and cocaine and crystal meth and all that too, right? That's coming. That's part of the progressive. Progressive means you want to change everything rapidly because you think the way things have been done is not right. So you got to change them really quickly. Anyways, so we haven't, like you said, they promised a bunch of things from legalizing weed, including tons of revenue that was going to do what? Do what?
Yeah.
What were they? That's what I don't like about socialism. They say it's going to increase money. Yeah, but okay, well, where's the money going to go?
Where? Yeah.
How much are we getting? Where is it
Yeah.
going? You know what I mean? Like, well, no one knows. It goes into a big slush fund, and then they can spend it at their will, and nothing's ever audited. We don't really know. There's no transparency. Billions of dollars are being given away here and there and everywhere, other countries,
Yep.
and holy crap! It's just you don't know whether you're coming or going, where your money's going.
No.
And Mike says he's going to be sharing with us. It looks like here. I will share once we are advised that the automated speed enforcement cameras are activated. Well, I don't know. That's after the fact.
Yeah. And then he
Last Saint
said
update stated mid-December
mid-December.
at the earliest. So just in time for Christmas, everyone. City of Sudbury is saying Merry Christmas to you as you're scrambling to get to your Christmas dinner and whatever.
Right. So remember we had a chat, like what if we could just pay a membership?
Yeah, that's right too. Like, okay, think of this, Mike. So could you just have like a gold membership, a platinum membership, and an elite membership, let's say, and you can pay $500 a year, and that means you can go 70 in a 40. So you're already paying. You pay ahead.
That's oh yeah, 40, $20. 20 over is not that bad.
Yeah, or whatever.
Really?
You know
In a 40, guys? 20 over is not fast.
60 in a 40, yeah. So you get this kind of
Right.
class
My math.
class thing where, like if you just a
I can
membership
speed.
fee, and then you
Yeah.
just, and people are honking at you and you just point to the sticker you got on the back saying, look, I'm a gold member. I can go 60 here. Because that's kind of like our world is anyways. That's like the carbon, for the carbon, whatever you pay for carbon for corporations. It's not like our carbon tax. Just everyone pays the carbon tax. There's no way of getting around it in Canada. But, that's the way it works for corporations. You build up carbon credits and whatever, and you can sell those carbon credits to other companies. And as long as you have money, you can pollute till the day is long. So
Yep.
the same thing should be for Sudbury, because it's going to happen. Like, let's say the mayor's sped by accident and the ticket comes in the mail, and the OPP officer who's looking at the tickets or whatever goes, "Oh, that's the mayor." Well, obviously, I'm not going to send the mayor a ticket.
Obviously, this is
Or
happening.
that's my buddy. That's my brother-in-law. I'm not sending him a ticket. You
Yep.
know what I mean? So we
Yep.
know things like this happen. You might as well just, and you'll still make money. Everybody can
You'll
just,
probably make more money
you make
because
more
more
money.
people will want to pay for this membership. They're like, you know
That's
what?
right.
Okay, cool. You guys are going to take our money. I'll gladly give you $500 a month to be able to go at least 10 or 20 over.
Perfect. Because we know that's the norm
Done.
now anyways, right? We know
Come on.
even police officers I've talked to said,
Yeah.
you can go about 19 over and they won't even think about stopping you.
No.
Because that's been the culture, and actually this is a legal thing. When I took law, I was going to become a lawyer, and I thought this is a better thing to do, is go into media, because you can do more change with media than you can do with law. I just want to make a change in
This
the
is
world.
true.
And there's a law when, like, let's say you own a property and there's a pathway through your property going to a lake, let's say a public lake,
Yeah.
and everyone's been using that pathway for 20 years.
Okay.
And all of a sudden you say, I don't want people coming on my property. And you put up a
Right.
no trespassing sign. Well, legally you can't do that, because for 20 years it was known that it was fine to do that. It was okay for people to walk. Now you can't all of a sudden say, no, it's my property, you're not allowed to walk on it anymore. So that's the same with our roads. We know culturally that
This
people
is
could
true.
go, 20 over and it would be fine. So it's the same kind of idea. I bet you could fight this. You could take this to court, no problem, under that type of. Now, again, I'm not a lawyer. I didn't complete it. I didn't go through with it. So
Yeah.
I'd have to consult my lawyer friends or whatever. But if that's been the norm and people knew that and they weren't issued tickets unless it was over 20 over, I forget the name of what they call that. But anyways, there's a name
Like
for
being grandfathered in type deal.
it. Kind of thing. It's just in the culture. Oh, Jenny's on this morning. I saw
Oh,
Dave
cool.
too, a ways back, but because we've already been kind of going on the conversation, I've just been sharing the comments on the screen, just because we have a very talkative bunch this morning, which is awesome, because I think of the conversation topics we started off with. Okay, so Steven's, I just like his comments because he's usually a hater. So let's read the
This
hating
joker,
comment.
he's calling
Yeah.
you this joker.
True, yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
So Steven, just talk to a police officer. That's all I gotta say. They won't even touch you if you're going 17 over, 19 over.
Yeah. Like,
They don't. Like, what planet have you been living on all this time?
I don't know.
I know personally police officers, one on the SWAT team, Sault Ste. Marie, he was on traffic division, totally said that to me. That's why when I was caught that one time, whatever, pulled over and I was going 8 over, the police officer said, I know, I would never have done this, but we need to get our quota this time.
Right.
And I said, well, thanks for being honest. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. At least you're being honest. You do get, and I've heard a lot of times people say that's a conspiracy theory. The police don't get quotas. They don't need
Of
quotas.
course they do.
And this guy was just open about it. He says, yeah, we do. We have quotas. And I had to get it. I'm sorry about that. I said, sure, no problem. I appreciate honesty. It just really.
Okay, so he's saying if you said if the ticket is for the mayor, they don't send it. Like, think about it, Steven. Like
Yeah. So that doesn't happen. There's no corruption. No
Yeah,
corruption
no.
at high levels ever.
no.
I've experienced it myself. I was pulled over.
I get hookups.
Yeah, exactly.
I get hookups.
That's just normal.
That's just what happens.
You don't think judges' sons get away with things more than the average
Look at
person?
Biden's son.
Look
Why
at
isn't he in jail?
Hunter
He got
Biden,
caught.
his laptop, it's got millions of incriminating things that he should go to jail for many years, including
Anyways,
his dad.
let's not waste
I
our
know.
time on this person.
Anyways. No corruption. Nothing to see here. Everything's
Nothing.
perfect, But
Yeah.
anyways, we'd appreciate to know, in a city that's going draconian and it's going to be a total surveillance city with cameras everywhere, automatically sending people tickets, to at least have the decency of telling us the date when it's going to start. We'd appreciate that. If you're going to be reigning over us, in a tyrannical way, be a nice tyrant, please.
Yeah.
To us. A polite tyrant. That's all we're asking.
Just let us know.
That's it. So there we go. Courtesy.
Oh my gosh. Like you want to think that maybe. Okay. And Nick, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Like what goes on in people's minds sometimes, you know? Like
don't
what
know.
world are they living in?
Let's look at Joffrey. Sorry, not Joffrey, but Lougheed. Jerry Lougheed Jr.
Right.
So he was found on tape, basically telling a guy if he doesn't, we got someone to run. Basically, this was for the provincial election. Kathleen Wynne was liberal. She won that year, and they wanted Glenn Thibault to be the candidate in Sudbury.
Right.
And the gentleman, he was paralyzed, Sudbury entrepreneur. He usually records his meetings just because he records his meetings instead of taking notes.
Yeah.
He has a hard time or can't. Recorded Jerry Lougheed Jr. basically saying, look, we'll give you something good if you just step aside. Don't worry, we'll take care of you. You'll get something.
I'm like, who's war? Why are you saying you have so much power here?
Basically recorded. I listened to the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was totally like hand slap off, done.
Yeah.
So what happens there? Like, well, that's just locally. Like, why did he get off? Why wouldn't someone else get off? Obviously,
this guy,
right?
go ahead, tell Mike Paran there to his face that if he gets a speeding ticket, he's not gonna get the ticket. Like, what are you talking about, Steven? What are you talking about here?
I don't know what world Steven lives in, but it's definitely
not this one.
It's not this one. It's not a real world where real things happen.
Like he actually I don't trust people who trust the government. Like if you think that the government truly loves you and does nothing, there's no corruption ever, like you are not to be trusted.
Well, Steven does as long as it's not conservative. You trust any government as long as it's not a conservative one.
Right.
Yeah.
So
then watch. Soon as Pierre Poilievre gets in, you'll see Steven changing his tunes about calling
the government.
Oh, look what he's doing now. Look what so what are you talking about? Nothing's going on. Nothing's happening. That's the way people are. I don't understand it. Can't you just call a spade a spade?
I know.
So Mike said, did you want to read what Mike says here?
I get why persons could believe that speed cameras are for revenue. I was part of the conversation that took place with other counselors on the camera, and revenues were never once part of the conversation. The fact that we received so many complaints about speeding was the only motivation for us to approve these.
So if there's as much complaints against it, will you rescind it, Mike? Just a simple yes or no question. If you receive more complaints for people complaining that it's installed, will you back off? Because you said the only reason you have it there is because of the amount of complaints, right? So just a fair question. If enough people sign a petition and you look at the numbers, okay, we have 20,000 people signing a petition saying that we don't want these cameras, but you got 10,000 complaints. Will you, because that's the reason you installed them as far as you just said, will you take them down? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Right?
So anyways.
Or will the money be given to charity? Because we're not doing it for money. Will you give the money to charity? Like a Nick's taco fundraiser.
Yeah.
She's having tonight. Like, will the city make a $25,000 donation to that kind of thing? Because we don't need the revenue. He said,
let's discuss and debate this next time we're on. So he can't even say yes or no.
No, I know.
So, okay. Yeah, but we'll take that. We'll take that.
And I think it'll be a great show, too. So this is great. Yeah, it'll be a great show. Appreciate it.
No, it will
Thank you very much. And with that said, it's not easy. And I know it's not easy being a city councilor. And I've said many times, it's not easy. And especially me. I'm just trying to be myself. I'm trying to speak for a lot of people the way, Sudburyans think. Not everybody is as easygoing as Steven is, and don't have as big
Steven
pensions
says,
either. So
Tell Mike that he and his fellow council members don't get speeding tickets. Like, when did we say that, Aaron?
I said
When did you say that?
I did allude to that happens. That happens.
Yeah, but it's not like everyone. Okay, you're a council member.
No.
You no longer get a ticket. Like, come on,
No.
Steven, like, get something in your head. It's something that happens.
I worked
Like,
for a security company one time, and the owner of the security company was tight with the police. Very tight. And
gang members sometimes are tight with the police and they don't get arrested. Like, it's a known fact.
I was pulled over, and there was a few infractions because I owned a delivery service, for crying out loud, a rush delivery service. That means you have to get the things there quick. So I was constantly, on the edge of always, trying to get around quick. And this city's not easy.
Only going 17 over.
This city is not an easy place to get around from one place to another. Every light you come to, stop.
Yes. And then
again,
you have to speed to miss that one light.
Oh, terrible. Anyways, and then the potholes, you gotta kind of try around the potholes and the lights, and it's like wow, you make it so hard to just get around in the city, and now it's even harder. But anyways, so I'm pulled over and I'm wearing the tag that says the name of the service I'm for, and they go, "Oh, you work for so and so and such and such?" I said, "Yeah." "Oh, they're great. He's a great buddy. He's always at our things. He's on the board, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Have a nice day." And there was about 3 infractions he could have given me. So that's just one small example. And I benefited from it. And I'm grateful for some strange reason that he had. I wish he would just say, "You know what? Why were you going so fast?" Because this, that, and the other. On that reason alone, I'm going to let you go with a warning. But no, it was because I was wearing this particular identification of this particular person, which had favor with the city. It happens. Why do I have to be explaining myself?
Did I say that council members don't get arrested if they break the law?
No.
Okay, that's not what. Can we just block this guy? He's
I'm
driving
going to
me
actually.
insane.
Yeah, I've had several.
It's really
warnings.
distracting, and he's just like poking the bear, and
that's all
it's
it
just
is.
so
I think it's
annoying.
Because there's like common sense doesn't register. You know what I mean?
No.
So, yeah, but I think it's great for entertainment.
It is, but I need to learn to ignore these people. So I'm so maybe
we're gonna miss Steven.
Yeah, adios amigos. But anyways, moving on.
Yeah. So
the show must go on.
Show is going on for sure. But anyways, I think it's great. We set it up for at least Mike coming on as
that'll be good. That'll be good.
City councilman to defend.
But he gave us something, so maybe we can start telling people to. Also, did you know, Aaron, that if you just call 311, you can leave a complaint?
Whether or not it's really logged or not, I have no idea.
It is logged. They will. Okay. They have a whole system. I called them because the highway to go either to Maley or LaSalle has horrible signage. I always take the wrong one. And I called them. I'm like, there needs to be signage. And she's like, so many people call for that. And I'm like, is this being logged somewhere? She's like, yes, it is. I'm like, okay, log it, because so we should all call and get it logged that that we don't want these speed cameras.
I would do that, but I would also like to actually
do a petition.
Charge of something I know is going to, be in charge of the actual, because there you have the name, you have an email, and you have a phone number. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you have control of this information, and it's not something someone could say, "Oh, we only got so many calls." You really don't know if that's true or not. So
true.
The only way to really know for sure is a petition where people put their, their name, email, and phone number, and maybe speak to some legal entity or whatever, just to see what the legal rights are of the citizens and if this is legal or not. Because I don't really think it's 100%. There's something about the tickets give me this weird feeling that it's not 100% done.
Well, why are they telling us if we can go like 5 over? Like, am I getting a ticket if I go 5 over?
We haven't heard that. We'll have to wait for Mike to be on the show to kind of clarify that for sure. Yeah, because he said it won't be. It won't be if you go 1 kilometer over, it won't send you a ticket, but it won't be as high as 20 either. So, but what is it then? Like, I mean, and I've heard the argument too of, how people's speedometers aren't exactly correct when they're driving.
This is true.
so let's say you got your cruise control on for exactly the speed limit, but really you're going 5 over or whatever. It's off that much for some reason on your car. You'll get a ticket if it is going to
Right.
give you a ticket at 5 over. So anyways, lots to discuss on that. I personally don't like the idea. So you're hearing my bias in the whole idea. I just don't think it's needed. I don't think the statistics show that it's needed. I think maybe people complained, but that's about it. But if you have just as many people, if not more, complaining that they're there, then you might be able to. And again, on main roads, we're talking about this, not on side roads.
Yeah.
In neighborhoods, sure, go slow, make it 1 kilometer for all I care, and that'll be really safe. But on main roads where people need to go where they're going in a quick, safe fashion, maybe even increase the speed limit. What about the argument on that? Increase the speed limit on the main arteries and decrease them in the neighborhoods. I don't think we have the accident statistics to really verify or to show, or pedestrians being hit. You can make the argument.
But it's interesting though, because the Karens do sometimes rule the world because they love complaining. Everyone else doesn't have time to complain because they don't want to waste their time. So now the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Yeah.
Even in corporations like Sensi, sometimes they'll change things. We're like, what are you doing? They're like, oh, we got lots of complaints. We're like, yeah, but everyone else isn't complaining about the opposite thing because we don't really care, because it's just like, who cares?
Yeah. So if 10 people
also forget, like, we're not journalists. We are a show that talks about the news. It's 2 people with opinions that are just sharing their opinion,
Steven
and we're just
knows
having
that.
conversation
He knows
with
that.
you guys.
He knows that already. He complained the first time he saw the show. He complained about the name. He complained about everything because it doesn't talk about subjects that it doesn't go along with his political worldview.
Why would you spend an hour every day doing something you don't like and just annoying people? Like, why would you want to be that kind of individual? Like, what is kind about that?
I have no idea. He's not claiming he's
kind. What are you doing in your community to make it better?
That's what I asked him from day one. I said, maybe you can go out and volunteer somewhere. I mean, that's what I do. I'm volunteering.
He'll go volunteer and be like, well, why are you guys doing this? And, you shouldn't be doing that. And this shouldn't be happening. And this, like, those individuals are the most annoying individuals on the planet.
Can be, for sure. And it depends how much patience you have. If you're
obviously, I'm working on patience.
For sure. And I really appreciate the idea of people not agreeing. But I think Steven kind of oversteps the bounds of not agreeing, and you can kind of tell he's basically more on the troll end of things.
Yeah, like he likes
even
to
common sense. He doesn't go, "Oh, you make a good point there," ever, or "Hey, I was wrong one time. Sorry about that."
Right.
Like he was wrong many times. He gets on me for being wrong, but I don't know how many times he's been wrong. And I'll usually kind of even bring it up on the next show. Oh, by the way, here it is, right here. But again, it is what it is. We're all citizens of this city, just trying to have as good of possible life as we possibly can in our city.
It's true. There's this comment: being able to entertain a thought without giving it power qualifies you as an adult. Act accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is like to me, but that doesn't make you an adult. Literally, an adult is when you're 19 and over, technically.
Sure. 18 and over, depending. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 18. Okay. So once you're 18, like, I don't know who qualified me to become an adult. Like, it just happened.
So who said that statement? Was that
Denise? But that could, sometimes text, you can't really know who they're talking about or who. But anyways, act accordingly. Because I feel like technically, guys, right now, I could be acting in a better way. I can, seriously, I realize that I don't, let people, this is what we do as a community. We let these people bug us, and we need to stop letting people have this power over us and just ignore them. And I've been a really bad ignorer. I had 2 older brothers, and I was just so bad at ignoring, but that's just my cross that I need to bear. That's something that I'm working on.
Yeah,
anyways.
For sure. And it is, and this is a conversation where you have conversations about things that aren't normally talked about. And you know how they say, never bring up religion, never bring up money. politics.
Politics.
We talk about it all on the show.
Yeah.
Really, and it's not easy to do that. I would hope that I have the ability to facilitate a discussion on hard to discuss topics.
Oh,
That
she's
makes
saying
sense.
it's for all of us. So, okay.
For
Well,
sure.
thanks for letting me know.
Definitely, yeah. I think it's good to think in that way. That's why I asked who said
But-
that, because it was
what
a good statement.
Also, what is act accordingly? What does that even mean? What
Exactly.
You
We
know,
don't-
based what? Like, what, you're not allowed to have emotions? Like,
No, I
I'm
think-
just wondering. I'm just thinking about stuff. Like people aren't allowed to be angry about a certain thing that's happening in the world. So we should all be kind of robots and be, it's
Oh,
it.
I think we should be respectful, but we can also
Yes.
be be passionate. Be passionate
Yes.
about the things that we believe.
Yeah.
But be just as respectful to listen to someone else's passion about something without being disrespectful. Now, this is where I believe Stephen crosses the line. He says disrespectful things.
Yeah.
And then the only way a disrespectful thing is given to him is in rebuttal, or given back to him from something he said originally, which isn't good. And we don't want to be doing that anyways, right? So it's better to start off a discussion respectful and not be condescending or putting people down and whatever. And that's what the Speaker of the House went up and said in the House of Commons just recently, the new Speaker of the House. He said, look, we need to be respectful with each other here. This is people elect you guys to discuss the affairs of the country, and
Yeah.
they look up to you, and it needs to be respectful. But you can
Yeah.
not agree, and they're not going to agree. They're in opposing sides, but yeah, it's just good. It's good.
Yeah.
So again, being an adult, just being respectful, allowing others to speak. But again, if it gets to the troll end of things, then it's just not going to be tolerated.
Yeah.
Here's Sudbury.com now. We're just wrapping up. I just want everyone to I'm just going to go over a few headlines. Check out Sudbury.com's stories to start your day. City cycling advocate pushes for year-round lane maintenance for cycling lanes, for not only in the summer should you be able to bike, but also in the winter. The cyclists
Wow.
want to bike in the winter as well. So there you go. That's what's coming on that end of things. There was a 32-year-old from Chelmsford charged for the fatal crash on Highway 144 back on September 30th. There's a story there on that. And again, let's see here. Legend Boats. I wanted to talk about this because they sent us the media release, which I really thought was cool. Legend Boats ranks in the top 20 of North American dealers. Now, they're local. Legend Boats of Greater Sudbury has done it again for the 10th consecutive year.
Wow.
The local boat manufacturer and seller has been ranked by Boating Industry among the top 100 dealers in North America. This year, Legend is ranked 15th out of the continent's best. The 4th consecutive year the dealer has been in the top 20. A decade on the top 100 list is more than an achievement. It's a testament to the enduring legacy and forward momentum of Legend Boats. Mark Duhamel, who is the president, the co-CEO of Legend Boats, said in a news release, our consistent presence, especially within the top 20 for the past 3 years, mirrors our rapid ascension in the industry and our unwavering commitment to innovation and customer satisfaction. Being among the top ranked is all about pushing boundaries and setting new goals, said the co-CEO Jamie Dewar. So that's, Duhamel and Dewar, Legend Boats, a great Sudbury success story there.
That's awesome.
It is.
Way to go.
Awesome. Speaking of positive, I'm glad we were able to kind of end with something positive, but we have a few more headlines here from Sudbury.news, which is Sudbury's news aggregator, all of the local stories in one convenient location. Laurentian University's enrollment is starting to recover after 2 years of decline, so mainly due to international students coming in. Santa Claus Day parades in Northern Ontario, all the floats are up. Like they're seeing more floats this year on all the Santa Claus Day parades, which means people are getting out, which is great. Again, just a cool way to celebrate with the little ones.
Yep.
Sudbury area records first confirmed case of influenza virus. Public health
What?
urging
You-
people to protect themselves. Sudbury area records first confirmed case of influenza virus. It's back. Remember,
Uh-oh.
2 years ago, there was no influenza virus recorded in North America. But then it came back last year. But it was funny how all the COVID cases were exactly the same as the influenza cases the year before. We only had COVID cases. We didn't have influenza cases, if you look into that. Dowling man to be sentenced in January for the 2022 slaying when he beat a senior to death using a hammer. So,
oh my gosh.
You don't remember that story? It was last January. Crazy.
Wow.
Sudbury singer headlines global concert. Sudbury native Joey Nicheforo, I hope I pronounced his name correctly, Nicheforo, will be headlining a special event next Monday in recognition of World AIDS Day on December the 1st. We're going to be, feds are putting a fence around the Sudbury airport to stop animals from getting in. And there's a round table on Friday, that's today, to talk about the Sudbury's downtown. So I wanted to get to this story. That's why I've gone through everything. So just so everyone's aware, community leaders from municipal government and local social agencies, services, organizations, and downtown businesses have been invited to the meeting, which will deal on how participants might work together to strengthen and support the programs offered in the downtown and consider potential new initiatives and partnerships that will address the shifting needs of the community. The meeting will be held by facilitator Jill Strapp from the Center for Church Development and Leadership. Doors open at 9 a.m. for refreshments. Ooh, that's in a couple minutes, in a half an hour.
Oh.
So get downtown for refreshments in the pre-meeting socializing. But where is it? I want to see here. St. Andrew's Church on Larch. So from 9:30 to 11:30, but they're going to, have a few snacks and stuff at 9. So if you want to get there early, discussing
free
downtown,
snacks, guys, free snacks,
and get your word in for downtown. It's a little late for a lot of people to hear about this, but anyways, those who can, Stephen gets the last comment for the day, last comment of his participation on the show forever. So there we go. Appreciate you, Stephen. Appreciate all of you being on the show today. And Nick, thank you so much. It's been a great conversation today. And hopefully it'll be a great debate with Mike Parent on the show between concerned citizens and him asking questions about the photo radar, the limited speed limits in town, and the cameras on lights. Are we going to see more of these things? What's happening with the revenue of these things? What can we expect? We'll be talking to him shortly. I'll set up a date with him.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Nick. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Stay tuned now for Earshot Daily on CKLU 96.7 FM. And we won't be on Monday, but we will be back on Tuesday. So enjoy the weekend. Blessings, everyone, and ciao.
This is Sudbury News Talk on the morning shift.